Hello, wonderful people of the universe. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Today I'm going to be talking about updates I would like to see in Bloxburg. Now, before I start getting into the updates I really want to see, I'm going to start with saying that if you don't have Twitter, then I found out that there's going to be a big Bloxburg update, and if you want to get more of a brief thing about this, then you should totally watch 𝓞𝓟𝓔𝓝's video. I'll put that video in the description so you can go watch it. But I totally get if you didn't know about this update. I don't even have Twitter myself, so I just watched that video. Also, shout out because 𝓞𝓟𝓔𝓝 has wonderful, amazing content. Anyways, let's get into the actual video. So, the first Bloxburg update idea I'd like to see, I'm gonna talk about first, is pets. Now, this is a very conflicting update because a lot of people don't want the game to end up being like Adopt Me. And if you don't know, then Adopt Me cannot speak. Adopt Me didn't always have pets in the game. It used to be all about having a child and just taking care of them. But once pets were added to the game, trading and all of that stuff happened. So nobody really thinks it's a good idea, personally, of some people, but I think it would be really cool to have pets, like a pet store, but not any of those mythical creatures that don't actually exist. More generic domestic animals like dogs, cats, hamsters, gerbils, guinea pigs, those kind of stuff. And there could be a cool pet store added to the game, which I think would be amazing because we really need more shops on the map, which takes me to the next Bloxburg update idea that I want. That is a map revamp. Oh my gosh, so many people, especially role players, really want this in the game, and I think that it would be really cool to have this in the game. More of a better map, a bigger map, because I feel like it's not very realistic to have such a small town, and so a map revamp would be, I think, the best thing, and I don't think there's really any downside to having a map revamp, to be honest. There's no downside to it. So, if that happened to be in the game, chef's kiss, alright? Now, next update is phones and tablets. Now, you can kind of have tablets in the game, but there's this hack you can do, but we all know it's just a computer in disguise. It'd be really cool to have tablets and phones in the game, and maybe you could talk to people on your phone, and you could text people, and if you had voice chat, which I don't have voice chat, so I'm not really sure how it works, but if you have voice chat, call them, I think that would be really cool as well. Just great features to add to the game. And for the tablets and phones, I think that you should be able to carry them around with you. Computers, you can't really carry around with you, but I feel like it would be a good idea to be able to carry around phones and tablets. Maybe they could add a computer bag or a bag or something where you could put them in. to carry them around, or that you could just carry around if you really wanted to. But those are personally what I think about phones and tablets. Now, next thing I want to talk about is toddler morph. So obviously, we have the baby morph, the kid morph, the teenage one, and the adults. But I would love to see a toddler morph. Now, this is usually a problem, again, for people who have their own bloxburg roleplay series, because it's very unnatural for you to have a baby and then they just go straight to being a kid and walking, which doesn't make sense, obviously. So, a toddler morph would make a lot of sense. So there's kind of that transition into a kid, try and pretend like the kid is a baby, because kids are kind of short, but you can still see that it's just a kid morph. So I think that toddler morph would be very good and just make a lot of sense. People have been wanting this update for years. Years and years, I tell you, since I started playing Bloxburg, and that is a school. Do I need to explain why we need a school? There are so many reasons people want a school in this game, and I personally think it makes a whole lot of sense why people want this so bad. It's mainly a roleplay game, so it makes sense to have a school. I'm not even gonna try and say anything. Just add a school. And I think people are getting restless about having to use town hall as a fake school. You can build a school, but I don't think it's personally the same. So, school, please add this, Froggy Hops, and quote this, because listen to the people. It's what the people want. Next thing I really want to talk about is more jobs and realism to the job. I want to see more jobs in the game. There aren't really very good jobs you can work at, and I think we should add more jobs. And it doesn't make sense that such low jobs in the world have such high paying ratings. It just doesn't make sense. And I think maybe instead of just letting you have the job, you have to work at different jobs. So if you just you've never worked out anywhere in Bloxburg, never worked anywhere, and then you just want to be for example, if they put a doctor, I think you should have to work at different jobs, get your application better so that you can apply to better jobs. And I think it would be cool to have high-paying jobs. Some jobs I'd like to see is a vet for the pets idea, police officer, nurse, doctor. All of those kind of jobs would be awesome, and add more low-paying jobs or something. So that's what I have to say about that. On to the next idea. I think we should be able to have a gallery. So what I mean by gallery is if you're too lazy to build, you can add other people's creations onto your plot. And it would be a very cool feature to have in the game. Like I said about all my other ideas, instead of having to copy it, which is good practice if you're trying to be a good builder, that you can just add it on if they add it to the gallery. It would be really cool to put other people's creations onto your plot, and I think it should be like The Sims. You have to have the money to put it onto your plot, and that's what I have to say about that. Last but certainly not least, adding more foods. Now, it's okay that you can be able to cook so many foods, but I'd like to see more. And I'd like to see them for like a lot of different countries, because that would be super cool. And it would kind of educate more people. A lot of foods from around the world, more cultural foods. Obviously, it would be really hard to pick which ones because there are so many, but it would be awesome. And you know, you can never learn too much. And that is it for today's video. I hope you liked the video and you enjoyed my ideas. So let me know which one you think is the coolest, and that should definitely be added to the game. I love you so much. See you in the next video. Goodbye, wonderful people of the universe.